All right, hey everybody, John here out at the Sanctuary Strength, our SOS space with Kelly here. We're gonna do a little variation with the kettlebell again, to really stretch out our lats and a little bit into the triceps and mid-back. Really important areas, anti-sitting kind of pattern again, called the prayer stretch. And we're gonna do this with the kettlebell first. I'm gonna show you another variation. We can use a PVC or kind of any other household dowel type of item here. So Kelly's gonna grab on to the bell. She's gonna put her elbows on the edge of the bench here, make a little space for her head to go through that little peephole kind of area there too. She's gonna put her arms out a little bit in front. She's gonna reach a stretch point with a little bit longer arms here, sitting back. She wants to be careful not to sit in and throw her ribs and overarch and get into her low back. She wants to lengthen this out and think about lengthening and pushing down, basically dropping this mid back. Really important here again to big breaths, get good breath control here with the diaphragm, and head and neck are not scrunch up. If we're holding on to that, we're just guarding and not able to really even get into a nice opening, stretching position for our body to let go of all that tension. So she can sit back and then she can bring her bell back behind her head when she's ready and kind of cycle it. She could kind of pump that back and forth and work into that slowly and try to kind of ratchet that down over a period of time, maybe even up to 30 seconds or so. Generally, I would kind of go slower, sit this back, and when we lengthen that out, we get a pre-stretch on the triceps, so we get the long head of the triceps a little bit more. Again, mid-back really important, lats, even into the pec minor here a little bit too, so all that stuff that tends to get really tight and really open things up. This could be a primer as a warm-up. You could go a little bit shorter period of time and not hold as long, or a little longer period of time at the end of a training session when you're maybe tightened down and feel like you want to really open up, start the recovery cycle already into the end of the session kind of thing. So let's take a break here. Let's show them with the PVC. With the PVC, we have kind of the advantage of getting into a little bit more externally rotated position where we're out here with the shoulder. So it feels a little bit different. Personal preference to a point, and I like certain things about the kettlebell having kind of helping to pull you down into that, where this, we have to do this a little bit more on our own here. So again, she can lengthen out here, try not to drop into the lower back into too much of a lordotic curve, too much of an arch. So she can sit back into that and she can tease this out and really bring her arms back here. Hands, she could widen out maybe even a little bit more to get a little more emphasis on that external rotation. Again, she'll just feel this a little bit differently, and she wants to make sure she's not going into the neck and scrunching up here. She wants to open up that space and really lengthen out here and see all this lengthen out. She's about at 90 degrees, which is a good sweet spot to aim for. All this is lengthened out. She can breathe into that. Again, she can kind of tease this out as in doing this and trying to ratchet each rep down, kind of pulsing, or we call it flossing sometimes too, where you can kind of floss in and out of that area, go to that end, breathe, she can come back out. Again, that would be maybe more of a warm-up primer type of thing versus the end of the session or really deep dive stretch kind of thing too. She can work into that and then come out carefully. Again, breath control, all those positions are super important and very effective way to do some anti-sitting, getting out of this position and up and opening things up without putting a lot of strain or any strain really on the lower back there. So there you go. There's the variation of our prayer stretch for you guys.